everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be sharing with you my everyday makeup routine. Let's get going. If you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already, and turn those notifications on with the little bell button so you can see when I post a new video. Let's get going, shall we? First up, I'm going to start with my moisturiser. This is the Garnier Skin Naturals Ultra Lift Complete Beauty Day Cream. My go-to, absolutely love this. Nothing wrong with this one, so I just keep on using it because it is the best one for me. So I'm just going to put that all over and make sure that everywhere is covered, because I want my foundation and everything to stay stuck on there, and it also moisturises my face because it gets quite dry. But this, I think, works wonders and it's absolutely great. Okay, now it's concealer time. First up, I'm going to go in with my number 7, and this is in Soft Rose. I'm going to use this one just for underneath my eyes because I want that to match with the rest of my skin tone. Just going to put that under there, and then I'm also going to take this one here, which is my Maybelline New York Fit Me Concealer. This one is in number 20. And I'm just going to put that down the middle of my nose and in my T-zone just here. And then we're going to take my beauty blender and then we're going to blend all of that out. Okay, that's all done. Now I'm going to go straight in with my foundation. I'm using the Rimmel London Match Perfection, and this is in 101 Classic Ivory. I'm going to take my really dirty Real Techniques foundation brush. I'm going to put just a little bit of that on my hand and just apply that everywhere that I need it, which is basically my whole face. And don't forget to go down your neck a little bit because we don't want any of those lines. So we want a nice flowing look. Okay, now that's that all bit done. I'm now going to go in with my pressed powder. This is again from number 7 and this is in the shade Fair. So that's just this colour here. I've used this one quite a lot, so there's not a lot left of this. I'm going to take the sponge that comes with that and put that on the areas that I get most oily. So that's my chin here and on my T-zone up here. And then I'm going to take my nice big fluffy brush from Real Techniques here, and then I'm going to put that everywhere else. So just doing this so that I get a nice matte finish, and also so that it makes my liquid foundation stay on a bit better. Okay, that's all done. Now I'm going to go straight in with my bronzing powder, because now we're getting into autumn. We still want to look a bit healthy rather than washed out because we're not getting a tan anymore. So I'm going to use my Maybelline bronzing powder, this one here. This is my absolute favourite. I will never get over how well this smells. And just brush that in the top, a little bit on my cheeks and the other side, and then I'm just going to take this underneath my neck area to give it a little bit more shading under there. And now I'm going to go in with my contour. So today I'm going to be using 2 different palettes. I'm going to be first using my NYX Butt Naked Underneath It All palette, which is an absolute classic favourite of mine. I'm going to be taking my sculpting brush from Real Techniques, that's this one with the angled end on there. And I'm going to be taking this colour just here. So I'm just going to take a bit of that and then pull in my cheeks so I can see my jawline. And just pull that from my ear into my mouth, but not all the way up. And then I'm going to take a little bit more and then flip the brush round onto the bigger edge and just buff that out a little bit. And do the same for the other side. Okay, and then I'm going to take a tiny bit of this pink one here and just use that on my cheeks a little bit. So that if you give a smile, you'll be able to see this bit here of your cheek, and you just want to get it on there a little bit. the other side. Okay, and then next up I'm going to use highlighter, but I'm going to take that from my NYX Strobe of Genius Illuminating palette. So I'm going to be using this colour just here, the lightest one in the palette. Just dust off your brush a little bit. And I'm just going to take that and then go from the top of my eyebrow here down into the top of my cheek. And this really gives you a nice sort of shimmer to your cheek, and it brightens up your face nicely. And then I'm going to go back in with my big fluffy brush here and then buff that out a little bit so there's no lines and it softens it a little. Okay, so we want it to look nicely like that. Okay, that's that bit done. And now I'm going to go on to eyeshadow. So I'm going to be using, again, two different palettes for this. First up, I'm going to be using the NYX Underneath It All palette. First up, I am going to be using this shade just here, this one in the middle. And again, I'm going to take my purple Real Techniques brush. This is the one with the fluffy end on there. And I'm going to take that across all of my eye. So this is a very nice sort of taupey kind of colour, which is a really nice base because it's just sort of a bit more purpley than my natural skin colour. So you can see it a little bit there, but not too heavy. As this is an everyday makeup routine, we don't want to go overboard. Okay, and now I'm going to take my flat brush from the same set, and I'm going to take it in this one just here, which is more of a sort of browny purple. And we're going to take that in just this corner here. We're going to sit it there and then just wiggle it about a little bit, but not bring it all the way over. Just like that. So then we get a more heavier, darker bit just in this side, but not on the inside. And then we're going to do that the same with the other side. Okay, so you can see just like this. And now I'm going to go into a different eyeshadow palette. Okay, so I'm going to be using the RCH Style Society Colour Encyclopedia. You'll see this from my back to school video if you've seen that. And I'm going to take this one just here, this really nice vibrant purple. And I'll go back with the flat brush. And I'm going to take that on the inside corner just in here. And we're going to just sweep that across a little bit so it comes into the line with the other one. But we want to keep it nicer and lighter and more vibrant in the inner corner. And I'm going to take that on the other eye as well. Okay, and then we're going to take this darker shade of purple just here and we're going to put that on the very bottom. Just a tiny, tiny bit of that. And then we're going to go back in, I know this looks a bit scary at the moment, with the NYX palette, and we're going to take this one here, which is this sort of burgundy colour here. And we're going to take that just on the bottom of the eyelid and sweep that right across. So this is going to give it a nice warm sort of colour to go with the deep purples. Okay, so at the moment it looks quite messy just here, so we're going to take this one here, which is the fluffy brush, and we're just going to slightly blend that through and then bring it underneath the eye here. And same with the other side. And then just take your fingers here and then just run that across the top and down the sides, and that will take off any loose powder just on the edges, so we keep it nice and compact and neat in there. And I'm going to jump straight in with the Rimmel London Volume Mascara Flash, this one here, and do my eyelashes with this. So we want a nice bold eyelashes to go with this look today. But it's all about the eyes with this look today. and take that underneath. And we're just going to do that with the other eye as well. I think when you add on the mascara it really sort of completes the look. And if you're a little bit clumsy like I am, just wipe that away. Okay, so that's the eyes done. And then to finish the look, we're going to take the NYX Lingerie French Made lip here. This is a matte lipstick, so it dries nice and matte without too much of a shine. And this one is not too deep of a colour as well. So because we have such a bold lip, we don't want to go too bold, such bold eyes, we don't want to go too deep with the lip colour. We want that to be the focus. And if we go really bold lip and really bold eyes, it just looks a bit too much. So guys, that's my complete look. Here you go, so if this is a better look for you. This is a slightly purple, slightly mauvey, and this is my favourite everyday makeup routine. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you very soon with a new video. Bye!